Welcome back to 60 Thoughts. In this video lecture, we are going to solve one problem by using inference theory. Okay, let us consider a given problem. Prove that T is a valid conclusion from the given premises. Okay, so here we have 5 premises. That means given premises. One is P then Q, second one is Q then R, and third one is R then S. Fourth one is negation S, and last one is PRT. Okay, so what is given problem? So using these given premises, we are going to prove the conclusion statement. What is conclusion statement? T. Okay, which means using these premises, in final answer we need to prove what? Only T only. Once we get T, therefore our problem is over. Okay, so I am going to consider given premises first. Solution. There are 5 premises. One is P then Q, second one is Q then R, third one is R then S, and fourth one is negation S, and last one is P R. Okay, so what is conclusion statement? Conclusion statement, using this we are going to prove only T. In final answer, once we get T, our problem is over. Okay, so here I am going to solve this problem by using tabular column. Okay, so I am going to consider 3 columns. First column name is step, second column name is given premises, and third column name is reason. Okay, so we consider first column name is steps. Okay, so I am going to solve step by step. Second column name is premises, that is nothing but given statements. Okay, and third column name is what? Reason. Why we consider first premises, second premises, and third premises, like that. Okay, so we get here a this is given question. So what is first step? So I am going to choose any premises first. That is our choice only. Okay, so here I am going to consider the first premises first step. Okay, step number 1, I am going to consider the premises, that is P then Q. So here I am going to write P. P is nothing but given premises. Okay, so what is our target? So using these premises, we are going to prove T only. If it is possible, directly we write a T answer, conclusion answer. Otherwise, we consider remaining premises. Okay, in first premises, here we see only 2 variable. One is P, another one is Q. But we need to prove what? T variable. There is no T variable. So that I am going to consider one more premises, that is step number 2. You can choose any premises. If you consider P or T, if it is possible, we can write T. Otherwise, we are unable to consider next. We are unable to prove the conclusion statement. So we consider next premises. Okay. So here I am going to consider second premises. Next step. So Q then R. Why we consider second premises? Next step means we have one important law is there. What is law of Selosium? P then Q. Q then R. We get P then R. Here you see first premises right hand side, second premises left hand side, both are same. We can write what? P then R. Coming to here, here we see Q, here also Q. So third step, P then R. Sir, if I consider second and third premises here, you get another different answer, but final answer we get only T. Okay, you can choose any premises first. That is your choice. What is our target? We need to prove only T. Okay, so here what is the reason? So using step number 1, step number 2 with law of Selosium, we get this answer. Okay, what is our target? Conclusion statement T. In 3 steps, there is no T variable. Okay, I am going to consider these 3 premises, any one first. Okay, if I am going to consider third premises step number 4, we consider R then S. Okay, once again I am going to use law of Selosium. What is law of Selosium? P then Q, Q then R. We can write P then R. Okay, here we see P then R, R then S. These two same. So we can write what? These two. Okay, so this is given statement. So we consider premises. Step number 5, I am going to write what? P then S. What is reason? Using step number 3, step number 4 with law of Selosium. Once again we apply. So we get P then S. Okay. So next step, step number 6. Okay. So using this any steps, that means step from step number 5, we are unable to write a T conclusion statement, that is T. Why? Because in step number in the okay. Why? Because in the above steps there is no variable T, right? So I am going to consider one premises. So here we have two different premises is there. Negation yes, P or T is there. Okay. I am going to consider next premises step number 6. What is next premises? Negation yes. So this is given premises. Okay. Using any one law with the help of the above steps, we can write a next step. If it is possible, we can write next step. Otherwise, we consider next premises. Okay. One more law is there. What is a modus tollens law? Okay. What is modern tolerance law? What is modern tolerance law means? P then negation Q. So we get a negation P. Okay. Q means we get what? Negation of this statement, that is negation P. Okay, I am going to apply modern tolerance law in step number 5 and 6. Here we see P then yes. What is Q value? Yes. What is negation Q value? Negation yes. So using step number 5, 6 with the help of what? Tolerance law. Modern tolerance law. Here we get what? Negation P. Okay. So next step, step number 8, still using from step to step number 7, we are unable to prove the statement. So I am going to consider the premises is that P or I am going to consider here step number 8, the P or T is given premises. Okay. So using any one of the step with step number 8, we can write next step. Okay. Okay. So using 7th step and 8th step, I am going to write a next step, that is step number 9. What is one more important law is disjunction syllogism. What is disjunction syllogism means? P or T, negation P, we get T. Okay, first statement, first variable. Second statement, negation of that variable, we get answer is what? T. Okay, using disjunctive syllogism. Coming to step number 7 and 8. Here we see P or T. Okay, so you consider step number 8 first. Step number 7, we consider second statement. So we get a law of disjunction syllogism. Okay, that means P, negation P, right? What? One reason number 8 first, step number 7 with disjunctive of what? Syllogism. That means these steps. Okay, so using these two steps here, so we get what? Final answer. Our answer is what? Conclusion statement. That is nothing but T. Okay. So first two steps we consider given premises. So using step number 1 and step number 2 with the help of law of syllogism, we get a P then R. Next we consider given as it is. So once again I am going to apply step number 3 and step number 4 with the law of syllogism, we get a P then. Okay. So next, so that is step number 5. Next we consider next premises, that is negation yes. Using step number 5, step number 6 with modern tolerance law, we get negation P. So here we get negation yes. Okay. That means negation P. Next we consider one more premises, that is P or T. Using step number 8, step number 7 with the disjunctive law of syllogism, we get T. Okay, so this is our conclusion statement, right? So I hope you are enjoying the session. Thank you.